So we're here at the end of the season with Brad Foster. It's the end of the season. It's the end of your time at Broncos. You're off to Bradford Bulls. Congratulations to you. Commiserations to us for losing you. How do you feel about your move?
It's a bit of a mixed emotions. Obviously, it'd been nice to stay here, and London's really building. You know, that crowd today. If we can get some more days like that next year, then it'll be awesome. But for me, it's just for my family and my business. It's been tough at times with two little kids and a missus, so they're always on my back, and you know it'll be nice to be back closer to home and with my friends and family as well. So that's the only big reason behind it.
How did it all come about, the move?
I must have had a good game against them, and then they dropped it in through a friend, and then over the last week or two they just got in touch properly, and it just went from there. Yeah.
I mean, you talk about how obviously you are from up north. You've got family up there, and your kids are on your back, and it's been tough here. Was it a tough decision, or was it actually because you are from the north a relatively easy one for you?
Well, I have enjoyed it here, and it'd have been, like I said, it'd been nice to try and do another year where I was down here full time, but it is what it is. So, on case of going back to family and going back home, it were an easy decision on that side. Yeah.
And what have you enjoyed most about playing down here?
Just lads. It's like when we were huddled up at end of game there, I just thanked them all and just said thanks for welcoming me in. Obviously, new team, I didn't know anyone, and it just been easy not to blend into the cliques. And a couple of lads just invited me like over on their own. It was really nice of them, and I've got some friendships for life now from down here.
And how do you feel you've done this season?
Yeah, I've been all right. I've done what I've done. I've set myself some targets, and I'm not far off from hitting them. But yeah, it's been a good year, and it's been a sort of injury-free year, which has been really good for me. And obviously, competing at Championship, that's where everyone wants to be, apart from Super League. So yeah, it's been good.
And I appreciate you're not going to be here to see the fruits of this, but of course the news that Mike Eccles now named as the Director of Rugby and Performance. What do you make of that appointment?
Yeah, well, he's been here for a while. He knows club inside out. He's brought that intensity, he's brought that attitude back where you've got a DIFOT badge, and he'll do really well. He's passionate, he knows his stuff, and he'll do really well. Like team that he's building for next year is going to be really well, and there'll be probably a surprise package in that league for next year. I'd have thought under him.
Well, one of the things he'd like to do is work on retention of players, including those who come down from the north, and try and show them that they can build a life. I appreciate that you've got a business up there and you've got family, so you wanted to go north. But do you think that's something that the Broncos can work on? And if so, how do you think that they could try to make more players decide that actually from the north perhaps make their home here?
It just all depends on that person who's coming down. If they fit the club, they'll make their way through the team, and they'll be welcome down here. If they're not pulling the weight and they're not like joining in with everyone, then it's going to be tough for them. But if they're buying into what Mike says, then it's all going to be good. If not, it's going to be a long season for them, whoever comes down.
And Bradford Bulls, they are going through a tough period, but they are historically one of the biggest names in rugby league. How do you feel to be joining such a prestigious club from one to another, I suppose?
Yeah, it's good. It's like I said, it's similar to London. They've got a big base. They've got the fans, they've got the stadium. They just need to sleep. They're a little bit of a sleeping giant, so they just need to get back on, get the playing side of things right, and I'm sure everything out of the field will take care of itself.
Well, we wish you the very best for next season, but not against the Broncos, of course.
Yeah, Sam. Well,
Take care,
mate.